Dear AJ, I don't know if this letter will ever reach you. Maybe it won't matter. But right now, this is the only way I can breathe. I want to tell you a story. Not just a story, but my story. One I never thought I'd write. And I need you to read it from beginning to end without judging me for who I was or who I still am. It started on a Monday. I was chewing mint gum like my life depended on it, sitting in detention. Of course, it had to be a Monday. I got sent there for being 5 minutes late to class. That bald, power-tripping math teacher, Mr. Cruz, shouted, "Get out!" like it was my first time showing up to school. Naturally, I snapped back, "I'm Mason LeClaire." I wasn't born to be bullied by some bald, pocket-sized man with authority issues. They sentenced me to stay there until lunch. Ms. Della Paz was in charge of detention that day. My aunt, thank God. She's always been chill with me. The room itself was a repurposed storage closet. No windows, dusty air, and silence that could smother. But it was better than listening to lectures about ancient civilizations pooping next to dinosaurs or whatever nonsense they were teaching today. I was scrolling through Facebook when the door creaked open. In walked a guy. He looked familiar, but I couldn't place where I'd seen him. He wore simple black glasses, had soft, round eyes, and a perfectly chiseled jawline. His presence was timid, and his conversation with my aunt made it clear this was his first time here. A nerd, clearly. But a hot nerd, which made things a lot more interesting. "Okay, Gavin, sit beside Mr. LeClaire," my aunt said. I groaned, not because he was going to sit next to me, but because she called me Mr. LeClaire, like I was a middle-aged school principal. The disrespect. Our eyes met briefly before he looked away like I burned him. He sat beside me so awkwardly I almost pitied him. Almost. I stared at him shamelessly. And yeah, he noticed. He was probably not used to being looked at like that, especially by someone like me. His side profile? Perfect. Way better than my ex, who everyone at the university drooled over. I wondered, was he Latino? Single? How old was he? Then Ms. Della Paz stood and headed for the door. "Oh, by the way, I have an urgent meeting. It'll take a while, so don't leave until lunch." And just like that, we were alone. 6:30 in the morning. Too early for emotional breakdowns, but here we were. "Why are you here?" I asked, breaking the silence. He looked surprised, like I accused him of assassinating a hero. I corrected Mr. Cruz's computation. He got mad, said I was being arrogant. But he was wrong, and I stood my ground. He sent me here. His voice was deep, deep enough to send goosebumps down my spine. "Wait, Mr. Cruz? Jordan Cruz? The bald one with the Napoleon complex?" He nodded. "So we had the same executioner. That means we're classmates?" He nodded again. "Actually, yeah." "Then how come I don't know you?" He shrugged, a little awkward. "Our classmates ask the same question." "Huh?" "I sit in the last corner. I'm the invisible type. I prefer observing people to socializing." That made sense. I nodded. "So you observe us?" "Even me." "You're a hothead," he said quietly. I rolled my eyes. "Obvious much?" He panicked. "Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you." I'm not offended, but don't act like you're breaking news. Everyone knows I'm a hothead. I looked at him, how apologetic he was. He probably cries when he steps on bugs, maybe even gives them proper burials. You must be Santa's favorite, I teased. He looked confused. What? You're too nice, dummy, I laughed, shaking my head. What about you? He asked. I studied his face again. He looked like someone straight out of a teen romance movie. Handsome and soft-spoken. Unfair. Me? Santa probably hates my guts. I love doing naughty things. I winked, and he turned the color of a fire hydrant. God, I wanted to tease him more, just to see how red he could get. What about you, Gav? Do you like doing naughty things? I leaned over and tugged his tie. He gulped. His Adam's apple bobbed, and I nearly moaned. Well, what are you doing? He asked nervously. Asking a question, obviously. Why so tense, Daddy? I whispered. His cheeks turned crimson. Not here, please. They might catch us, he said. Do what, Gavin? I asked while playing with his tie. I know what you're trying to do. Then say it. I scanned his body slowly, from his neck to his puffed-up chest to the clear, visible bulge pressing against his pants. I was just teasing. But I didn't expect to be turned on myself. He wasn't like my ex. My ex was dominant, rough, someone who could tame the demons inside me. Gavin? He was too pure, the type to say sorry to God after touching himself, but he was a game changer. I wanted to take the lead. I wanted him under me. Let's do something naughty while it's just us here, I whispered. I stood and leaned closer. Just say yes or no. Mason, Ms. Della Paz, I kissed the corner of his lips. She won't catch us. He went silent. You know, Gavin, silence means yes, I said and kissed him again, biting his bottom lip softly. Mason, please. No. I stopped immediately. Even if everything about him screamed, take me, he said no. And I respected that. Okay. But next time, Gavin, I'll make sure you're the one who makes the first move. We sat in awkward silence after that. I knew he was trying to pretend nothing happened. I could tell he was still bothered. I messaged Ezra and asked him to meet me at the cafeteria. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, Ms. Della Paz came back and told us we could go to lunch and didn't need to return to detention. I watched Gavin as he walked back to class while I headed to the cafeteria. I looked for Ezra, but instead I saw a group of students crowded around something. When I got closer, I saw him, my best friend, sitting on the floor, his clothes dirty, his face red from crying. I saw red. Move, assholes, I shouted. Everyone scattered, even the blonde girl who was mocking him. Mason, it's you! We were at Cheryl's party last night, remember? She said in a syrupy voice. I didn't answer. I slapped her, hard. She looked stunned. Before she could recover, I grabbed her hair and yanked her down. Touch my friend again, and I swear to God, I'll smash your face into the mud. Everyone went silent. I helped Ezra stand and brushed him off. God, this is why I hate leaving you alone, I muttered. He smiled at me. Thanks again. You're my gay in shining armor. I rolled my eyes, but my heart warmed a little. We talked, ate lunch, and I told him about Gavin. He told me about someone suspicious offering him a sketchy job. I told him to decline it. When I returned to class, Gavin was there. I sat beside him. "Hi, Gav," I said. "Huh," he replied. Then a student entered and announced that class was suspended due to an extended faculty meeting. Everyone cheered. I pouted. "Gavin, stay here." I wrapped myself around his arm, rested my head on his shoulder. "Mason, I need to go home." "Wow, you're not even stuttering anymore," I joked. Just then, my phone buzzed. "Jackson, my ex. Let's meet behind the school, please." I sighed. "See you tomorrow, Gavin." I smiled and left. No kiss. I didn't push it. Behind the school, Jackson was already waiting. Before I could say a word, he kissed me. Rough. Desperate. I shoved him away. "You're disgusting," I spat. "Why?" "You don't like it anymore? I'm trying to make it up to you." "Make up for what? Kissing that girl in front of everyone at that party?" "Yeah, I saw you. I was there." He froze. "You didn't know, huh? You were too busy being cheered on like some high school god." He tried to explain. I didn't let him. "I came here to end it for real. You don't get to text me like you still own me." I turned and walked away. When I got home, dinner was in progress. My dad coughed fake politely. "Join us." "No thanks." "You're rude," my sister muttered. My mom piled on. "You never even greet us when you walk in, so..." "Oh, didn't you know? I majored in being rude." Dad slammed the table. "Don't talk when I'm talking." "I'll talk whenever I damn well please." Then I let it all out. "How do you expect me to respect you when you treat me like garbage? I'm not your real kid anyway, right? Just the result of your affair." Everyone froze. "I know what I am. You made sure I'd never forget." No one spoke. I stormed out into the rain. I walked and walked until I found a 24/7 store. Soaked, freezing, alone. I messaged Ezra. No response. Then I saw it. "Gavin Serrano accepted your friend request." I messaged him. "Hi, cutie Gavin." He video called me. He was shirtless. I nearly choked. "Mason, are you outside? You're drenched. Where are you?" I was too tired to explain. "Send me your location now," he said. I did. Before I could say anything else, I passed out. I woke up in Gavin's car, wrapped in a warm hoodie, his scent everywhere. He was there beside me, just watching. "Why are you helping me?" I asked. "Because you need it, and because I care." That was the night I cried into someone's chest and didn't feel embarrassed. That was the night I didn't feel alone anymore. So AJ, this is my story. It's not pretty, it's not gentle, but it's mine. I'm messy, loud, crude. I fight with the world before it can fight me. But deep down, I just want someone to stay. Someone who doesn't walk away when I'm too much. Gavin stayed. Maybe this isn't a love story. Maybe it's just the beginning of something real. Thank you for reading. Mason Leclerc.